Good day, colleagues and friends. Now, today is our second lesson on Bukatiende, and what I want to show you is a signature Kushaura for Bukatiende. Now, my mother used to make two comments on Mbira music, and so my mother was born in Gutu, that's a home, and they didn't play Mbira there, and then she got married into my father's family, which was very traditional and played Mbira a lot, and had two initial, and then even when we were born, she just used to say the Mbira songs all sound the same. So that was one of the comments, and the second one was that all of them sound like sad songs, because the serious Mbira songs are played for the ancestors, and when you play them for the ancestors, you are praying, you are asking for rain, you are asking for guidance, you are asking for powers to defend the community, and so those were two observations, that they sound, all of them sound the same, and then number two, they are all sort of sad songs, and because I was just born into the Mbira family, it took me some time to understand what she was trying to say. But what it means by saying the songs sound the same, if you are playing Karigamonde, yeah, that's not Karigamonde, that's Taireva. And then if you're playing Karigamonde, and then we derived Bukatiende from again this Karigamonde structure. So because we're deriving, and for these three songs, the first two phrases are the same. And so when you listen, when Karigamonde is playing, you hear that part that you know of Karigamonde. And then when the song plays as Taireva, and then you listen, you hear a part of Karigamonde. And so it is very easy to hear that Karigamonde, but slightly disturbed or slightly changed. And then when Bukatiende plays, you hear that Karigamonde, because the first two phrases are the same. And then the song moves to Chipindura, you hear that Karigamonde. And by changing where you're playing the song from, you start hearing Nemam Sasa, you start hearing Bangiza, you start hearing the many other songs. And so in some sense it is true, I think it is true that many of the Mbira songs, many of the genuine Mbira songs, share something amongst all of them, and it is easy to hear, and if you are not studying the songs, it is easy to hear them as all very similar. But once you start playing them, you start hearing the nuances, and the nuances are what makes the songs interesting. But my point here is that there is then some effort to distinguish the songs from each other. So when you start playing like this, and you continue, this is the signature Kushaura part for Karigamonde. Now, when you play Taireva, although we derived it using this simultaneous style of play, you don't start from here. You start from what we call the signature part of Kushaura Taireva, which was so although it is derived from the structure of Karigamonde, by playing a signature Kushaura, you are indicating to the other Mbira players, as well as the audience and the people who sing maybe in the audience and everybody else, that this is Taireva rather than Karigamonde. Because otherwise you would have to wait to see where the whole cycle is going before knowing whether it is Taireva or Karigamonde, because they are all starting it. So if you start like this, people should know that this is Karigamonde. And then if you want to play Taireba, and so because we've derived Bukatiende from this initial structure, there is a signature Kushaura part, to let people know that what we're playing is Bukatiende. And it comes from these notes. But the way we play the signature Kushaura part for Bukatiende is where we're playing, we play so that this is where we would have, or we play it as this is the first phrase. Again. So it has got a small gallop. It is not just straight notes evenly spaced. Now the second phrase, so this takes the part of, so this is the second phrase. The third phrase, again. This is the fourth phrase. Fourth phrase. So let me play the four phrases with gaps. So you can use number 2. So, or you can use number 4. Then you go to the fourth phrase. So, this is a signature part of Kushaura Bukatiende. Now this version is the starting point, is the simplest part. The way most people play it, they already include some higher netted airs. And so the way you would include the higher netted airs is you start here at 5. So when you play this note here, so we're going, and where you are playing this note, you pay it with its octave, which is the note number 5 here. So it's again for the first phrase. So that's the first phrase. And then the second phrase, when we move to this, we play it with its octave, which is this note number 4. So the second phrase, again, and then the third phrase, we move higher. So the octave for this note here is number 6. So we'll come to 4 when we play this one, and then so this is the octave for this note is, you can use 4. So the third phrase, again, and then the last phrase. So if we do the full cycle, that's phrase number 1. Two, 3, so you can play these together simultaneously in the third phrase. So this is the signature Kushaura part for Bukatiende. Now, so in other words, we are now, because all the songs start out from the same point in terms of structure. If you play, people understand that what you're doing is Kushaura Karigamonde, and they don't have to wait for the whole cycle to see the structure. The Kutsinera players can already come in and people can already start singing because that's how we do Karigamombe. And if you are doing Taireva, you don't start out the same as Karigamombe. You use a signature part to tell people that what I'm playing is Taireva. And then so for the structure of Bukatiende that we've done, when you start the song this way, what you are telling people is that I'm playing Bukatiende. So this is the signature Kushaura part for Bukatiende. Now, depending on the skill level, some people use more complex Kushaura parts. But what they do, and then I've listened to many CDs, when you start out, you start with this signature part, and you let everyone know that this song is Bukatiende. But you can play it just for 2 cycles, and then switch to a different Kushaura part, which is a little more complex. But because you would have started at the place where people can recognize it is Bukatiende, it remains implied in the song that this song is Bukatiende, even when you are no longer playing that part. So I've listened, I think to Cosmos Magaya and Beulah Jigoko on their album Afamba Porter. They start out with this signature part, but immediately move to other parts of Bukatiende. But once they've started, everybody recognizes that the song is Bukatiende. Now, there are people who build this signature Kushaura a little further. I don't think we need to get into that. For now, what we've done, I think, is sufficient. But you you could add some notes. So it is a way where you were just going, you're starting to add notes, but maintaining that melody of the signature Kushaura part. But that falls under, medium to advanced lessons. For now, we end with. Or you can play the stripped down version. So this is the signature part of Bukatiende. For now, for today, we end here.